Hmm. Also, hello lads and ladies, my name is Jeff, I'm Barista, and welcome to my new stream video. Whenever you are watching this, what are we going to do today? Well, it's easy. First thing we're going to do is make acids. And I have no idea if anything that I'm trying to do is going to work. First of all, okay. Okay. So, what do we want to do? I want to make something that I can use as a table here, you know? Here. I don't know how many pixels that has to be big. It's a little bit of a problem. Wait, that's what we have tiled for. So each tile is 8 pixels wide. Everything is 8 tiles wide. As if each of these things is 8 tiles wide, then it needs to be 1, 2. Wait. 1, 2, 3, 4.
What's up?
Hello, Maisu 777. No. How are you doing? I decided I'm probably going to make some acids first before I do anything else. The problem is, what colors do I want the thing to be? Also, hello, Maisu. How are you doing? I hope you're doing fine. I'm currently in the I'm trying to make a game that is a little bit like Vector indoors, but with a few other interesting mechanics. So what is the thing that I wanted? Wait, is that even fine? Oh man. Okay, that is cool. That is cool. So I could make the table symmetrical. Because what I need is a table, probably some chairs, and I want to make them now. You know? Makes sense, doesn't it? I think it makes a perfect amount of sense. But okay, this is all, both are your pixels. Okay, one of your pixels is 9 pixels wide. can live with that. I swear. How was your day, by the way, mice? Sorry, I'm also... I invited a friend. And he said he didn't have time. He said he has to go somewhere, and I'm trying to tell him, yeah, just have a good time. You know? What's up? Also, Maisu, how are you doing? How was your day? Was your day nice? Do you like the background music? If you don't, we can still change it. I just put up a jazz compilation because I like jazz. Jazz is nice. So nice. So, table. 4 times 8. 4 times 8. Why am I too dumb to say what? It's 32. It is 32, yeah, because 24 is 3 times 8. So yeah, it's 32. It's 30. Yeah. What the hell is my problem? This already is the perfect height. It's 32 times 32. Do I want it to be 32 times long, though? It's another thing. I think I need to be a little bit, you know, not that long. I need to be a little bit longer. A little bit longer than 30 than that. Because if we go by what I so far made with tiles, then it needs to be at least 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 8 times 8 is 56. 56. Resize the drawing area. No, I don't want you to be symmetrical. Come on, 32. Not 31. 32. Come on, keep up, bro. And I did it the wrong way. Of course, I'm such a idiot. 5, 6. 3, 2. Nice. Yes, good. So, alright. What do we need? Suck. Perfect. Good. All right. It looks awfully well. being literally nothing but a table yet. Right. There. Okay, I think color palette. Import. All right. Import from file, this one, thank you, save. Alright, then let's do this. Okay. It doesn't look right at all. Let's do it like this. Wait. Game Boy color palette. Game Boy Studio color palette. No, not color palette. Huh. Save. So I'm gonna do these, like outlines basically. Nice. Also, I think we should go and do this. Yes. Yes. Ooh. What do I want? Want to do something. Just don't quite remember what it was. We have this one. Oh no. All right. Why does that make some weird amount of sense? Oh, I know why this makes sense. Oh, God. Am I stupid? I don't know if that works. things going right. This makes a weird amount of sense. Like, it's ugly as hell, but it still makes a weird amount of sense. One, two, three, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I need to do this the other way around. Do it the other way around. Easy. 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. One, two, three, whatever. Technically, that's wrong. So yeah. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. Tuck. 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 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2. 1, 2, 3, 4.
Wait, I'm only half an hour late this time. You had something going on, huh?
Yeah, on one end, shortly before I want to start, my roommate's mom showed up. And I obviously can't exactly push her out of the door and say, come back tomorrow, I want to stream something now. I'm not asshole enough for this. And on the other hand, I was just like, you know what, let's just take our long ass fucking time, take a little bit of our time, so that at least one guaranteed viewer can show up. Glad to see you again, you yellow kid. Hope you're doing fine. Also, I'm currently trying to make a table. I have no idea how successful I am with that. Oh, this already looks so ugly. Also, how was your day?
Well, thanks for that. I had an incredibly busy week, so much so that I didn't have internet any of the times you were streaming.
Believe me, I was in similar situations. There were days where I couldn't stream, and it almost made me incredibly angry. Not because I couldn't stream, but because the reason I couldn't stream, and that was either because I didn't have any fucking internet, or because I didn't have any... what's the name? Or I didn't have... power. That also happened. Like, I'm okay with taking a break from streaming, of course. It's just become a very, very, very intense habit, a very common habit of mine. And when something really dumb happens, so when I don't even have a choice, that fucks me up. But I'm trying to make a table here. I don't know if that is obvious. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3. Good. Doesn't look good. Damn, I hate it. Let's just blank slate this shit again. Just make everything that color. Also, Yellow Kid, how was your day?
My day has been going pretty good so far, except for the part where I woke up at 4:20 and couldn't get back to sleep, so I just watched anime till about 6:30.
You woke up at 4... Drapers, this is a programming stream, not a Fallout London / weed stream. Keep your fucking drug jokes to yourself. Also, 4:20, what do you mean? Late in the morning or late? Both is terrible, I know. Well, in the morning it's not that bad, but in the evening it's terrible and annoying as hell. To me, in my opinion, because you wake up, the entire day is over. Even if you wanted to do something that day, you can't. Because you basically wake up. And all you can do is change your clothes, go to the bathroom, shower, and eat something. Even if you wanted to buy some food or something, or go something else, it's basically already over.
4:20 a.m. but p.m. is annoying too.
Now I know why that stopped looking realistic. Like, here's the other table leg. Oh yeah, why don't I use that one? Makes almost more sense. Well, it doesn't make a lot of sense making it the background leg. Yes. Because I'm currently trying to make assets for my game, you know? For my little game. And I don't know how good they're gonna work. So I just hope it's gonna work out good enough. I should definitely switch the legs. Like that should definitely be a light one. And that one should definitely be the darker one. Boah. This sucks so hard. Okay, you know what? I have a better idea. I make this one that color. This leg. That's for sure. But here comes the cool part. I'm gonna make here some stripes. Okay, ich dachte, da wäre Fockschicht oder so ein Scheiß. Also das ist zumindest irgendwie vorher. Ah ja, das habe ich auch gehört, dass nur ein paar Charaktere vorkommen. Ich weiß, dass die Story nicht verlinkt ist, das weiß ich auf jeden Fall. Ich weiß nur, dass es in derselben Universum spielt und dass Edge Runners vor dem Spiel spielt.
Es soll Charaktere, es soll im Spiel Anleitungen auf den Anime geben, aber wohl soll ich die kennen, wenn ich den Anime kenne.
Ja, same. Ich kenne beide da noch nicht. Ich kenne das ja nur von Wuthering Waves und dachte, vielleicht vielleicht kommt dir Lucy oder so bekannt vor. That is wrong. If I want reflections, I need to make them a little bit more separated. Like here's the next one. Here. But not here. You dumb fucking mouse, leave me alone. You know, I have a mouse in my room. But the problem is, it's not my mouse. It just basically invaded my place. And I have no idea how to get rid of it. Yesterday, it tricked the trap that I set up for it. And that bastard apparently got out of it. I just saw that because it was a very simple one. Like a piece of paper that has some bait on it, on a trash can, and that piece of paper, and on top of that piece of paper was a wooden board basically, and a pen, and it was meant to trigger that if he gets on top of it and moves the paper, the pen moves as well, and therefore lets the board fall down. And apparently the mouse was making such a ruckus that the bastard just came free. The bastard just came free for no reason. This asshole. And no, I'm also doing this wrong. This is where the reflection should be. Like, these are supposed to be streaks of light. I have no idea why, but this looks a little bit better. This doesn't look nearly as good as I want it to be, but it looks better. Am I tripping? I'm tripping a little bit, probably. Little bastard. The thing is, usually I would like say, okay, yeah, perhaps I need to clean up a little bit more to get rid of that mouse, but we basically just moved in. That bastard came out of nowhere.
I think a little shades are in order as long as it meshes with your art style.
The thing is, I don't want this to be too complicated, but I still want it to look like not just line, you know? I don't want it to look like 3 lines. I actually want it to look like something with structure, but I don't want to make it look too fancy, if you know what I mean. Good. Also, I recently got again into Wuthering Waves. And I don't know if that's healthy for me. Because Wuthering Waves has all the same ups and downs that Genshin Impact had. And with one exception, the voice acting is worse. Which I don't mean in a bad way. There are still really good moments where the voice actors deliver like hell. But it is, let's say, noticeable. I know this is mostly just a pet peeve. Yes.
Oh, I only just realized this is the underside of the table.
Oh yeah, this is supposed to be the underside of the table. Yeah, I can't do that up here. If I do too much... Like, the point is, you see it from the side anyways, you know? Like, you don't see... Like, you see it from the side anyways. Here. And the table will basically be in this place here. From there to there. And because this is the perspective, you see like the underside of the table, because the table's pretty long. Well, it's supposed to be a classic one of these. these combi tables that you have in office buildings. This is what it's supposed to be. One of these tables that is designed for office spaces and can be used as desk, but also as a whatever, and you know. And the thing is, this design also that I have here also makes this just looks like a design, you know. Like it's just diagonal lines, but wait, what if I add this to that just for the sake of it? Well, it's not worse. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. You know what? Let's make this a little bit deeper. Just 2 pixels deeper. Which also means that we need this thing. Good.
I think that for the table S feet the lighter color should go in front of the darker color, otherwise I can't tell which is the closer to you.
Yeah, the thing is you don't have any colors. Like how do I explain this? Like, see, it's fought like this. It's somewhere in between this and more realistic lighting. Like the front colors are closer to the camera, but not as close to the light source, which is why they appear darker. You have to imagine the light source being somewhere here between the legs.
I can't tell which is the farther leg and which is the closer leg.
Oh, I really kind of just want to stream Vector at some point. Vector 2? Since when? What the fuck? Oh, so that's a full game walkthrough? I mean, you're not wrong. I was thinking the same thing. You know what? Wait, there's this. No, I shouldn't do this. to... Yes. No.
Oh, and by the way, I'm in PST Pacific Standard Time or something along the lines of that name.
Pacific Standard Time. Well, I'm in European Standard Time for all I know. Or +1. So that is why I didn't want to do it. See? Now I could. The only brighter one that I have is here, but I can't use that one because I have to use some kind of background thing, you know?
The western edge of the US.
Oh. You're one of those filthy Americans, are you? Disgusting. I'm joking, by the way. The only disgusting thing about your country at the moment is your head of state. But ours is not any better. I wish I could just murder ours at the moment so much. I have no words for it. That doesn't make sense. Wait, what am I doing? There's a much easier way to do this. No, not that. I keep these things. Oh, I'm misclipping so much. I'm gonna get rid of those later. But there's one faster way to do this. One much faster way to do this. The only other way would be to change position and lighting. But nah, this way it actually kind of makes sense. Well, except for that part. I should probably push you.
I'm fine with it. Proceeds to pull out 2 full auto guns and yells cause it's America.
No, I just fucking hate fascists. I grew up in Germany, a country where when you grew up in my generations, constantly felt like people were blaming you for the shit that happened in the past. I had so much Second World War history lessons that I started hating history as a subject, which is so sad because history is so interesting. But I started hating it with a passion. And that not because... And that only because we constantly, or at least in my class, all I basically got to hear the entire time is like, yeah, this shit happened. And yeah, it was our fault.
It's always like that. People will blame others for something that happened before they were even born.
Yeah. It just sucks so hard. And that's even more why I started hating fascists so much.
You hated history cause Hitler somehow kept being brought up and he's not even truly German.
He's not even truly German! Yeah, that's it! Knocked Arts, it's always like that. People, yeah. Oh, I didn't even read that you joined in, but Knocked Arts, how are you doing? Hope you had fun. Hope you're fine. He's not even German. That motherfucker. But the worst part is... The worst part is... Currently the worst part is... I am... with my heart and soul, an anti-fascist. In my opinion, if you are not an anti-fascist, or better said, if you are supporting fascism under any circumstances, you are the dumbest individual in the world for me. Like, there are no words for how fucking dumb I think you are if you support these people. You have to be so mentally disabled and incompetent as a living being that I literally have no words to
Hold accurately. Up, let me Google fascism.
Fascism. SCH. Like, you have to be the dumbest individual in the world, in my opinion. And the worst part is, we have a party in Germany currently that literally, and I'm not joking, does the exact same shit Hitler's political party did. like the exact same shit. They sometimes use even worse terminology. Like, either they use the exact same terminology, or they use even worse terminology. And the same tactic, the same... The same strategy, everything. And it pisses me so off, because they are literally, like, so close to actually getting into power. And I don't understand it. It's so dumb. How can you had any second of history lesson and vote for people like that?
Oh yeah, that's bad unless you're the leader.
Like, how can you be so mentally disabled and so absolutely incapable as a human being that you had that you completely fucking ignore every history lesson you ever had in your life?
We have the opposite here I live. We rather have had a party leader of the young politician program that said death to whites.
I mean, as a white person myself, yeah, go with it. I mean, I'm not saying, oh, you can't be racist against white people, because racism is just making a difference between between people based on what is considered a race, which I already think is a really dumb thing, because we're all humans. We don't in biology, you don't differentiate between races if it's the same fucking type of animal. We differentiate between
That's
breeds.
what current schools are trying to turn us into ignorant, mindless workers that would do anything, no questions asked.
Yeah, that's also something that I don't understand. Like, the entire current capitalist system exists out of two reasons. And that is because the people who have the money can't think ahead enough. Like, they think they are so smart, but they do so many stupid decisions that I am genuinely questioning if they have a brain in the first place. And then there's all these weak-ass people. Like, of course, desperation makes everybody a weak individual in that regard, but then there are these weak-ass people who just simply bow
My
to
country
them.
had nothing to do with the racism part in history. We did vile stuff. Other people settled in my country. Both groups are as white as you can get.
Ha! Yeah, I think that makes more sense if this one is in front. Yeah, I think I can live with that. I think I can live with that. But yeah, because, for example, so many rich people are now in politics. Like, the people who never should have been in politics are in politics. Why? But these people are in politics. But these people, again, they only think about short-term gain. And they think it's long-term gain, but they don't think long enough. That's the thing. Rome, as an example, Rome burnt down once. I mean, it probably burned down a few more times, but it burned down once because...
Unless you count the Vikings pillaging Muslims, but we did that to everyone we could find anyway.
but in Rome, the class of slaves.
Down with the whites, but your white spray paints themselves with black. Am I now?
What's the thing that I want to say? Fuck, I lost track of what I want to say. Oh yeah, Rome burned down. Rome burned down once because the slaves were having a riot. And then they suddenly had rights. Suddenly the slaves had rights. They still were literally property, but they had rights. And there were no fucking riots anymore because they had rights. You have to imagine, we, like a normal worker in nowadays time, has less rights and less belongings than a fucking slave in the Roman times. Because back then, even if you were a fucking slave, you were, what's it called? You were a family member. And because you were a family member, you were supposed to be treated like family. Which means you were all, yeah, you still needed to make food and shit, but you still had your own share of food. You had your own room, or at least your own sleeping place. You had moments of privacy, moments of spare time that you had. All that shit. All that shit that currently Germany's head of state tries to get rid of. Like he tries to get rid of.
But now we have Netflix. Scratch that, it's just propaganda now.
Like, the first thing the current head of state in Germany did was trying to give himself and all the people who work with him a huge amount of money.
So I could just call them my little brother, then beat the shit out of them.
Well, the thing, you weren't allowed to do that either. Like, because the slaves were treated like shit, they did a riot. Because they were treated like shit. But if they were too many, they were everywhere. Everywhere were slaves. They were in every part of life. They were in every part of in every class. Working class people had slaves. Farmers had slaves. Head of states had slaves. They all had slaves. And because the slaves outnumbered the people so much, but they all got treated like shit, they rioted. And after the riot, Rome set a few things straight. And suddenly,
but that's
no
how
more
siblings
riots.
show love. You don't beat the shit out of your siblings.
I hate my sister for treating me like a fucking plaything as a child. So no, I do not indulge these kind of things. But that's the thing. A worker nowadays often doesn't earn enough money to buy a house or to even rent a house. And in addition to that, feed themselves, clothe themselves, etc. They often don't have enough money to do to live a normal basic life. Huh? The thing is, I would be content with not earning a lot of money if I would at least get the basics, you know? If I get the basics of a human not life nowadays, that would be a flat, food, internet, and a little bit of extra money for free time, of course, that I can use for free time. Then I would be fine with not earning that much. And that is how many people think. And that is that is the thing that basically was showcased back then in ye olden times. Because the reason that people rioted is because they were treated like shit. Not because they didn't have anything. That was also one of the reasons, of course. But if you have anything you need, and you get treated with respect, then you don't really want a lot of things. You know what I mean? As long as your basic needs are met, and the other needs are there, no one has a reason to riot. But here's the problem that I want to say. Slaves back then had more rights than we do nowadays. And they rioted and burned Rome to the ground. Because they got treated like shit. And people now, and the rich people...
Bundeskriminellamt open up.
And the problem is, the reason why the rich people get away with everything is very easily. They all think about short-term gains. So if you can't work anymore, you get fired. If you can't work anymore, you get fired. If they want to expand, if they don't try to improve on their current thing, they just buy a new thing that they can do stuff with. Very often that leads to places that get abandoned slowly but surely. The point is, they don't think ahead. They only think of how much money can they make now and how can I improve it. They don't think about how can I change the quality to, you know, earn that money. And the problem here is there's always someone desperate enough to take these jobs, no matter how shitty they are treated, no matter how shitty they pay. There's always someone to take that job, and because there's always someone to take that job, there's always someone who thinks they can get away with underpaying people the entire time, because there's always someone who pays this job. The same thing is with the housing market. Housing market all over the world is a fucking wreck. Most people, like most flats and most houses nowadays are almost impossible to be paid. You know, you barely can afford these places. But because there's always someone desperate enough to buy or to get this house, no matter how fucking costly that shit is, that's the reason it still works. Because there's always someone desperate enough to do this. Spreadsheet data URI export. So let's call that...
Check the history books, it's all happened before.
Yeah, that's the thing. And that's also why I think, but that's also kind of why I think that all these fucking grifters that are using the word woke for pretty much everything that isn't white straight guy approved. That's why I think these people somehow are in the same boat with these assholes. Not because I genuinely think that these people are getting paid. Most of these people probably aren't. but because these are the idiots that are then constantly pushing pro-fascist mindsets, racist, pro-racist, pro-homophobia, pro-transphobia, pro-everything bad messages. And every time people call them out in that, someone else tries to defend them because someone else misunderstands the entire fucking situation. Like, no, he's not having a valid point. He's just trying to rile you up in order to make people think racism is cool. And it's so dumb. I don't understand this. I don't understand how people can be so fucking bricked in their brain. It's dumb. I hate humans so much. I still need to find where the hell I have Gbstudio, because I need to put this now in assets. I want to see if that actually works. I mean, it should.
At this point, I think if you made a class of kindergartners run any government, we'd arguably be better off.
Yeah, not even joking. Like, here's the thing. Here's a very, 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 very simple way to demonstrate why I think everybody who supports fascists and everybody who is who supports fascists and is homophobe and transphobe and misogynistic is a mentally disabled piece of shit. Because, and here's the kicker, behavioral scientists did a test with babies. Literal babies. Keep that in mind. Babies. And do you know what that test found out? Do you want to know? Of course you want to know. Everybody wants to know. That test found out that humans are biologically, like, from literally straight out of your mom, like literally straight out of your mom, you are an empathetic person. You are by nature a person that is trying to be kind. Like, that is who you are. Like, that's what humanity is in its very fucking basic state of being. Is that you have empathy and that you are kind. Babies know this. Fucking babies. And you don't need to know more to know that homophobia, transphobia, and all that other shit is fucking stupid as hell. I know I'm not a woman, and I know that I'm not trans, but that doesn't fucking matter. It's about general fucking human rights, you piece of shit. Oh, God. I feel like this "please don't get political, babe" meme. I'm sorry. But I really stand by my basic principles. And my basic principles is that if you are an unempathetic person, you are dumb as fuck and a piece of shit in front of everybody. So, sprites. I literally call it Table. I mean, if even fucking babies know that being kind to each other is the basic fucking normal thing in the world, then what a dumb fucking piece of shit do you have to be to not be like this? You know, it's so dumb. It's like you want people to hate you. Like you're trying to be an asshole. That's what you're doing.
We start losing our empathy when we start caring more about money than another human's well-being. And no, I want to use any of your rant this stream against you.
I wanna add a sprite. How do I do this? Okay. How do I... Game world. Sprite. Table. Oh, this looks actually decent! Oh damn! Oh damn! This is nice! Oh, what do you mean that you can't do that? Fuck you. No, 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 no. Don't do this to me. No, game world. Come on, all I need is to add you to the scene. Actor? No. Not scientifically possible. I just want to add the table here. Because, and this is very important, I don't think I can make this game without making this an asset.
I'm pretty sure a country is at the start of decline or socialism communism when you start putting your child's education in the hands of the people running the country.
We should The thing is, communism and socialism aren't bad things. They're just often...
Because they turn them into anything they want them to be, regardless of the child's own self-interests or well-being.
The thing is, that is what capitalism does at the moment. That's the thing. There's no really bad system, there are just bad executions. There are countries, for example, that are glad to have a singular ruler that is competent, but if that singular ruler isn't competent or an asshole, like Trump, for example, then that's not gonna work. No one's gonna follow that guy for long. For all I know, Che Guevara, for example, died by the hands of a farmer, apparently living in a communist country, and living in a country of a dictatorship or something. And if a farmer is going after you, and you're basically just one of the most renowned freedom fighters of the time, which he was, then you chose the wrong dictatorship. It sounds dumb, but the point is, there's only a bad execution in these things. For all I also know, specifically I heard of, I don't know, that there are communist countries that work perfectly, that work
Trump
awesome.
Is, in my opinion, a human with human faults and weaknesses. At least we didn't put Kamala in charge.
Kamala would have done the better thing. That's the thing. Your country is so misogynistic that you rather have literally Hitler 2.0 than a woman in charge. Like, that's the stuff what I mean. As a dumb example, Angela Merkel was hugely criticized when she was in power in Germany. But now, specifically in hindsight, she was the best head of state we had in years. Like, she was so much better than anything that came afterwards. The only good thing the last system did was that they legalized weed. And that's it. They also didn't do anything good. But they legalized weed. That's the only good thing they did.
That depends highly on the woman. One of the ones that's a party leader is the female Hitler.
Oh. Also, the weirdest fucking thing. The current NASDAP 2.0, basically, also known as AfD, Alternative for Deutschland. Quite literally.
It's not the woman part that makes me not think she'll be a good fit. It's the fact that she had a well-funded campaign and still managed to get $1 million into debt.
Yeah, good. And you also have to keep in mind that Trump was known for manipulating every aspect of the election. From influencing it over social media, through trolls, through AI bots and agents. So, it is basically only 2 centimeters away to assume that he also had something to do with that. I mean, these are known facts. Trump tried his fucking hardest to manipulate everything about this election, about the elections he was in. Like, he did everything to do that. And with someone with so much money like he does, it's not far-fetched to assume that he also had a hand in Kamala Harris's downfall.
I'd legitimately like to know where you get your info because I really want to know.
Okay, let's just go from the top. Like, for all I... Yeah. Feeling blood from saying blood with the coach. Wait, didn't he... Wait. Wasn't there like... Didn't he admit that? Like, admits to manipulate. Wasn't there something that he actually... Like, wasn't there something that he actually said about it? Because I know he mentioned it. So entirely, however, a number of right-wing influencers...
So I literally just have to search any engine. Good to know.
Now I don't know anymore.
I don't remember anything about manipulating the vote.
But I'm trying to find something. Claim to run election day, including Jordan, Tom Keys, swing states. Is that based on him? Claim a massive cheating of Philadelphia rejects by officials. That's not the thing that I meant. I thought... Behind the rigged 2024 election claims.
Both Trump and Kamala were very bad picks, to be honest.
Yeah.
But then again, it's really hard to determine what's false and what's fact with so many people pulling at the strings.
Yeah, and this is like ages ago. Like, what I mean is like the first time he got elected, which is already like 8 to 12 years ago or something. Well, not that far ago, but you know what I mean. It... And then Clark Hundred... A significant drop off in presidential vote compared to statewide elections. What people are saying. Drop off vote abnormalities across multiple swings indicate potential manipulation at the county level. Consists underperformed by candidate mayor. It states by further investigation. Oh, I have no idea where I heard it. I think I heard it at a news thing. Like, he pulled up evidence and he links this stuff usually, but I have no idea where it is anymore. Like, one of the things that he mentioned is that they apparently work together to some degree with Facebook. to like not directly with Facebook, but they made a very, very, very good use of Facebook's advertising system and made a bunch of advertisements to even get people who
Trump was
never
actively saying things that would destroy the country, and the fact that Biden was completely incoherent, so that didn't bode well for the Democratic Party.
Yeah, to be honest, all of your last picks on Anyway were like incredibly shitty. But hey, in Germany we're not any better. Oh. Can I put you somewhere else, Brights? I have a problem here. I have a really big problem.
I really hate that we have to pick our poison with the presidential elections.
Yeah, again, honestly, the current head of state in Germany, for example, he wants to get rid
Don't think any
of...
country is doing very well right now. Every politician is completely out of touch with the people.
Yeah, and that is what I mean with short-term short-term thinking. Like, as a politician, what's the best way to live a really good
Sorry,
life?
I got us into politics. We should probably go back to game design now.
What is a really good way to make sure that you get a ton of money without doing a lot? Get the fucking country to run properly. And how do you do that? You take care of your citizens. And you take care of your citizens by listening to what they want, seeing where the fucking problems are. For example, a lot of issues that we have in Germany would be fixed by two things. By only two things! Only two! I'm not even exaggerating! And that is a general price cap on a upper price cap on rent. Like that you can't, but like that rent is getting heavy, can't get too high. You know what I mean? I think you know what I mean. The fact that rent can't get too high. And a general unconditional basic income. Either that or a higher minimum wage. Like either that or a higher minimum wage. Like a minimum wage from which people could fucking live off. Because if you give people an unconditional basic income, then the chefs, the bosses, the people who the firm belongs to, those people would be forced to pay you enough to live a comfortable life and to feel like your work was worth something. That's it. Again, you don't need a lot, you just need enough to stay alive. And an unconditional basic income would force bosses to give you a living wage, like a wage that you can use to live a normal life. And
a higher minimum wage wouldn't solve anything. The prices would just get higher as a result.
That's what I mean with a prices. Like when there need to be a certain price cap on general goods and on rent. A general price cap on rent and on general goods. So technically it's 3 things, and an unconditional basic income. Because an unconditional basic income would give all these weirdos who say who then say like, oh yeah, but then I have to I don't have
well,
enough
if you're
freedom.
alive right now, then you're making a living wage, right?
No, not at all. Literally, the only reason I didn't fucking starve the last 2 months, or the last half year, was because of my roommate's parents. Like, no joke, even with work and everything, we barely earned enough to basically be alive. That's one of the reasons why I want streaming to work out to some degree. I mean, I have fun with it. It's my hobby, but I still do it every day. Can I get it? Might as well get paid for it. Because if that works out, I can immediately work anywhere else, and I still have a income on the side. That doesn't feel like I'm. It doesn't feel like I'm trying to be Odysseus. Get my point? Like it's. I think I have to do this differently. Which sucks. Fox on Main, how are you doing? Thank you for joining in. Hope you had a nice time so far. And don't worry, we try not to talk about politics today. Not anymore. Only thing I'm going to say again, if you're a fascist, kill yourself. God. Good. I think I have a problem.
I don't understand why there isn't a universal law that companies needs to submit documents and proof to why they need to raise prices.
Yeah. That really should be a thing. So, for your info, the small problem that I have is that I think I need to make separate rooms. Like, of course I need to make separate rooms, but what I mean is, I thought I could create a table and then implement that table as a sprite that I can interact with. So and the reason why that would be important is because I wanted this, like, this is prototype and this is still prototype but a little bit more fleshed out. And the reason why this is a problem is because I hope that I could make different rooms, then implement a randomizer algorithm that says, oh yeah, you have to go for this room, this room, this room, this room, and this room, and there is a chance that you encounter point A, point B, point C, point D. Get what I mean? Yes. Like in each room you can encounter a new thing. A different aspect. A different sprite. Like in one room, I mean the room would basically just be that part here. Like half of this. And you would basically run towards the table, and then you would jump over the table. Or later on you can also make it that you slide under the table, but that is not relevant here. And then next room would be a guard that stands there and is trying to keep you from progressing. But if I can't, you know, have this thing as a sprite, that means I have to make for each thing an individual room, which means I need to make at least 3 different types of rooms. No. I need a minimum of 4 different types of rooms. Which is still a lie. I need 6? 7? 6, 7. The meme. But nah. I need 2 rooms with doors. 1 front-facing door and 1 background door. I need 2 rooms that are just there. That are just rooms. And I need 2 rooms where one of them is upstairs and one of them is downstairs. Oh no, it's 8! Because I need an entrance room and I need an exit room. Then there's technically the outside, which means I need it's 9, 10... Yeah, for iteration 1 I need at least 10 rooms, and I need to make for each of these rooms, except for the stairs and the outside. I need to make for each of these rooms.
Say 67 again and I'll unsub that S how much I hate it.
Please, I also hate this meme so much. But there are some genuinely really good ways to implement this. Like I only really saw 2. And one of them was literally just, yeah, millennials, like, Generation Alpha counting sheep. And then he just saw someone sleeping. And at some point he just randomly makes this hand movement. And that was funny. That was good. That was really funny. Like, damn, I thought this was funny.
I might Jace jump if I hear that 67 again.
But every other implementation of that 6-7 meme is so annoying and so cringe and so disgusting. Origin, collision bounding box. Oh. Whoa, please work, please work, please work. No. Ooh, nice. Okay, this is not an animation. Collision bounding box. Canvas origin. What do you mean canvas origin? I mean, should I just make... I think we scared Fox a little bit. But I'm glad that she was here. Or he, well, it, I don't give a damn. Should we just make these rooms? I think it would almost be faster, wouldn't it? Okay, let's do this. Yeah. Then I'm gonna save. Where is my program? My program. Assets, sprites. What is sprite tile? Why are you doing that? How can I influence the sprite tile? Onion skin? Huh. Why does none of this make sense? Why? Why? Yeah. How do I do this? Yeah, I think I actually just need to make a room, you know? An actual room. Which kind of sucks to know about. So I can't change the fact that I can't do anything with that one here, is it? I worked so long on that table. Don't do me bad. Don't do me like that, bro. Don't do me like that, bro. There has to be a way to. There has to be a way for me to actually do this. Preview as scene 3. What do you mean preview as scene 3? No. You don't need animations. Animation type. I don't. The hell? Can I get rid of that somehow? No. Fixed direction, no. What is that thing? You're still the same. There must be more that I can do. Wow, I can remove pieces. How do I make you one fucking thing? Set spirit mode override. Does that do something now? No, it still does the same fucking thing. How do I do this? I genuinely have no idea what I'm supposed to do now. You know, I have a funny idea. Which is also my mental salvation in this case. Because now I'm going to say, I hope you had fun. For I did have fun. Next time we're here playing with this, you know what we're gonna do? We're gonna create some rooms. Yeah, that's what we're gonna do. That's what we're gonna do. Big Tom, now you join in. I just wanted to end the stream, really. I can't do this to my viewers. I have to stay a little bit longer. How do you like my table? But really, no. What do you think of my table? Like this, it doesn't look bad. It just could be better.
WDYM. Oh.
Don't worry about it. I only a little tired. Yawning? I have no idea what you're talking about. That is Oxygen Exchange Pro.
You can leave, pretend I don't exist.
No, I don't do that. I might be a prick sometimes, but I'm not doing this. With the mouse, it really annoys me so much. And wait, does that mean I need to... I think I need to do that. Nah, I don't need to. Why did I do that? Yeah, because that's literally how Ultramite is saved, isn't it? Avatars. Oh, cool. Emotes. What? Fonts. Here. This is how the Ultramite is saved. So it would make sense.
I've been mostly talking about college a lot.
College. I know. It's not your fault, but every time I hear the word college, I have to think about a very, very dumb American comedy, which is all about this one dude who just loves being at college and apparently sleeping with his, well, everyone. I'm not talking about, I don't think it's American Pie. I don't think it is American Pie. I'm not sure. I just know that this guy literally didn't want to leave the college. Was forced in that movie to leave the college and to graduate. And at some point, they bought a dozen of some cream-filled...
Rodney Dangerfield or Van Wilder.
You know what? Let us look that up. not that old. Oh yeah, that's the one! That's the one. That's the one, yeah. I always have to think about movie because I think that was one of my favorite movies of my sister, and it also ran suspiciously often in TV. Like, why is a movie with so many sex jokes in TV just running in public TV? Like, the fuck? Otherwise, I complain about the dumbest shit, but it's yeah, I still have this scene in my head. It was funny. But if I can't, I don't want to. I'm gonna act like a cranky little baby if I'm not careful.
Oh, public TV had no rules back then.
I mean, there were rules, but not that many. Like, I'm still confused why the fuck American Pie ran. I think the first time I saw a glimpse of Saw was because it was running in the evening. Like, not evening. Yeah, evening. Like, but night. Not evening. It was too late for night. For evening. It was night. And I was still awake. And my sister warned me that I definitely don't want to watch this. But I watched Alien vs. Predator, and I didn't hate it. So I thought it was fine, because Alien vs. Predator was also considered a horror movie. But no. One of the reasons why I can't watch Saw movies is literally that. The first scene I watched of Saw was Saw 3. The moment when that guy has a panic attack because he can't stab himself in the eye. And he dies. Like, I watched much worse in terms of horror nowadays. But this endless amount of panic, I felt that. I just felt that in that moment, and it's one of the reasons why I can't watch Saw movies, and why I don't like them, honestly. Because that was my first impression, and my first impression is a movie where some random guy pretends to act like he's a superhero by putting people in death games that they very often don't have a fucking chance to win. That's my impression of Saw, and that's why I don't like and that's why I never watch a Saw movie. I know that's not really what it's about. Though there are a bunch of things that they can't actually win. But those are also heavily criticized by Saw fans, I know that. But if you're traumatized by some shit like this, you don't really... You avoid it as much as physically possible. You know what? Let's just make plans for the next time, because I'm not gonna be able to do anything at this point. My brain doesn't have the mental capacity for that. But do you think?
I really want this tiny apple-shaped TV for college.
Tiny apple-shaped TV. You mean in Van Wilder? Wonder if there's a picture of it somewhere here. Also, I mean, I openly admit that I'm doing the green stuff sometimes, but I did. But now thinking back, didn't Fate also do a lot of weed in this game, in this movie? Not that much, but some. Just as a college thing, basically.
You can Google it, it's an actual product.
I mean, this is DuckDuckGo. The apple-shaped TV. But I think next week we should... We have this one. eBay. I don't know if any of you even know what the hell I'm referencing when I'm saying eBay. eBay.
It's the first 3 pictures.
The apple-shaped TV that Apple might have made in 1999. Why might have? But now, what I want to say, next week... I mean, today I want to make acids, at least the table. But I think next week we should start designing rooms. Or at least make some kind of palette, you know, tile palette for the rooms. Because that would make a lot of sense. Huntpree Apple TV. What is this viral apple-shaped TV? Apple-shaped LCD 1080p HD TV. Oh, sorry, something went wrong. Why? What? Fuck you. Oh, what a good view of nothingness. Oh yeah, of course. I don't know what else to do, am I? Okay. Anyways, I know what I'm gonna do next week. What I'm gonna do. Yes, I'm gonna do. I'm telling you what I'm gonna do. I tell you what I do. What I really do. I tell you what I do. I'm sorry. Anyways, is I'm gonna make a tile set like this. Yeah, we're gonna make that next week on stream. Yeah. We're gonna make a tile set like this based on the things that we need, that I need. I mean, I need stairs, I need table legs, I need doors. I need walls. I need ceilings. I need floors. That's pretty much it, I guess. And then I can start designing rooms. And then I'm just gonna start designing fucking rooms. Which means I have to make for every room 4 different versions at minimum. A tableless version, a door version, another door version, a version of a table. Oh, I need to make more versions. And then indoor and out, I need a door that leads inside, I need a door that leads outside, and oh god, this is gonna be so much more complicated than I expected. But technically, in quotation marks, I don't wanna play down things. It's just.
Are you sure you're fine? You probably need sleep.
I don't know what you're talking about. I'm completely fine. Not tired at all. I mean, I'm completely awake. I swear. I mean, I'm still having, but my energy drink isn't even fucking empty. That's the thing. I prepared cold coffee so that I can drink a nice iced coffee in this incredibly annoying warm day. In these incredibly annoying warm days nowadays, and then suddenly my roommate shows up with energy drinks, and I'm just like, you know what? I'm keeping the cold coffee for moments when I actually want to chill. Which means tomorrow when I'm waking up. But you know what? We are here for 3.5 hours. 2.5 hours. I'm exaggerating. Now we're actually gonna end it for today. How does that sound? Does that sound good? We made a plan for next week. The plan for next week is that we're gonna try at least to make a tile set like this. And for that I obviously need help, so if any of you want to join in next week on Monday again to help me, that would be highly appreciated. I am going to try to start streaming sooner next week, which means 3 to 4 hours earlier from now. So yeah. I hope you had fun, for I definitely did have fun, especially because we're going to play Motor Slice tomorrow. The last time we played Motor Slice tomorrow. It's gonna be so painful. Cause I know I'm gonna miss that game so much, I'm probably gonna play it off screen, so off stream 3 times a week minimum. It doesn't sound like a lot, but it's a lot to me. So yeah. Hope you had fun. For I did have fun. And I hope to see you in the next stream. Video? Well, whenever you are watching this. Sleep.